So here we are going to work the client's hands and their forearms in the prone position. Depending on really what I'm feeling that day, I might work clients' arms in the prone position, or I might turn them face up in the supine and then work hands there. Really depends. The benefits of working prone or face down like this is it doesn't tweak their elbow or shoulder as much when doing the work. Now, like everything else, we're only starting off with a moderate amount of lotion. Once again, you don't want to make things too slippery, especially when doing deep tissue work. Nice crack there. If any of the joints crack on a client's table, I generally think it's a good thing. If the joints want to move, who am I to stop them? I'm going to start with a nice broad knuckle up the forearm. And look at the way those fingers relax as we work that forearm. Let's do it again. So they start by compressing in. I'm stabilizing with my thumb here. And as we work up higher, those fingers begin to unwind. Now, with people's hands, I'm going to spend a lot of focus on the thenar eminence, the thumb pad, and the hypothenar eminence, or the pinky pad. And I generally use my fingertips, always using a few of them. I'm going to come in and do some nice circles, making sure I keep myself mobile, loose, moving. Don't lock out knees. And then I'm going to do some cross fiber on the thumb here. And you'll notice I use my fingers a lot instead of my thumbs. I'm always an advocate of never using your thumbs on their own, and ultimately really trying to reduce your thumb use as a whole. Your thumbs are great tools, but they can be worn out quickly, and we do not want our thumbs to get injured. Some nice palmar spreading here, spreading the fascia of people's palms. Felt another click there in the knuckles. Good stuff, good stuff. And just separating out each bone, each metacarpal. From here, I'm going to do the circles on the hypothenar. And as you see, I'm stabilizing my fingers with my other hand. We're always using proper body mechanics. It's very important. Now that we've warmed up the palm, I'm going to warm up the forearm a little bit with some petrissage, lifting, squeezing movements of the forearm. Making sure the elbow's okay. And things are properly warmed up so we can start to work into those deeper layers. So deep tissue in the palms. We need to understand that each finger has a bone connecting through the palm. So we really want to be coming in and working these areas in between the fingers. And I'm going to spend a lot of time here, nice and slow. There's no rush. Working distally or far away, and going more proximal. And here I am using my thumb, even though I had just said not to. But another technique I like to do is double stack the fingers and then working. And that can generate a lot of nice pressure without utilizing the thumbs. Wiggle each finger a little loose. And finally, we have the webbing in between the thumb and the forefinger. We have it on this side too. I'm double pinching. And this area is going to be very tender on most people. With some specific work in the forearm done, rather the hand, we're going to move up to the forearm. Once again stabilizing, and the knuckle comes in. And although it's the knuckle, we are still being very controlled and not even very deep yet. Work right up to the CFT. Switch in the other knuckle. And now, this is where the deep tissue really sets in. We're using the elbow, of course, guys. You know I'm an elbow guy. Boom. Using my forearm and elbow, starting at the wrist, working towards the heart. And controlled pressure, but we are using a good amount here. You find tight areas, such as I'm finding right now. You can hang out for a little bit until it softens. And I'm doing my best not to always look down. It's massage therapist habit, we're gonna look down at the muscles. It's unavoidable, but when I'm consciously thinking about it, my head doesn't have to be. I can close my eyes, I can look around, I can stretch my neck. Anything instead of just hyper flexed. And it took a while for this spot to soften and loosen, which is why I haven't moved too much. Deep tissue is slow. Proper deep tissue, you will find yourself spending a minute, maybe more, holding one spot. Although maybe it's a little boring to watch. And as I get to the CFT, I'm only sharpening my elbow to show you guys. But I'm going to be sure to lighten up as we get close to the elbow. Much lighter, and then we can just glide off. That feels really good. Check back in with the palm. gonna go one more, and I'm gonna do my other elbow just to show you guys how you can. So now I'm using my left one. What the benefit here is, with the right one, I'm twisting my shoulder inward. So if I'm using my left one here, I don't have to twist my shoulder as much. So, lotion on the elbow. Once again, starting at the wrist. Wrist is relaxed. And we're in. Due to the nature of the angle I'm at right now, this is a lot sharper. So it's something I want to be considerate of as I'm working. Sharper means you don't have to press as hard to generate that deep tissue. And once again, up at the CFT, ease out of it. From there, you can do as much forearm work as you feel they need. Come back in and make sure not to forget about any tender areas in the hand. Work those palms again. From there, cover up, and move on.